You don't know what the you're talking about. Thank you for talking to me.
This is Talk Easy with Sam Fragoso, a show I had never heard of before. Despite it apparently having over 400 episodes in the bank, their YouTube channel only has 22 videos and less than 5,000 subscribers at the time of recording. But this video was suggested to me via an advertisement on Facebook. So being a fan of Mamet's writing, particularly Wag the Dog, I thought I'd give it a watch.
How are you doing?
What a lovely question. I think I'm doing good. I got a whole bunch of stuff came out. Or did you get my book, St. Ives?
It starts off as nicely as one could ever hope an interview with a major talent would start. Mamet has another book out, a novel called Some Recollections of St. Ives. The host, Sam, spends a lot of time talking about Mamet's life growing up and his politics. Which, fair enough, he's not backwards in coming forwards when it comes to his support of Republican politics. I would just add at this point that I know as much about American politics as the average Texan knows about 10 Downing Street, and I am happy to keep it that way. I don't care what an artist's politics are, I care about the art. That separation used to be commonplace, and I long for a return to it.
It's not hard to pay attention to something that interests you. It's damned difficult to do so to something which bores the out of you. It can be done, but it's difficult.
All right, let's be more interesting.
I don't want to paint this interview in an unflattering light, because in amongst the politics talk there are some really interesting questions.
And every night at the end of that play, people were weeping like a drain. It was great.
Did you weep when you wrote it?
Did I what?
Did you weep when you wrote it?
I don't think so, maybe, but it took me a long time to write that play. Because the problem in writing a play is not dialogue. If you can write dialogue, you write it. If you can't write it, big deal. Because we do plays in translation, so dialogue is no fucking good. But what one has to be able to do, independent of one's talent in writing dialogue, is to structure a plot, which is hard work.
As I say, I have never seen this show before, so I'm not sure if this episode is representative of the host's interviewing style or an outlier.
You start all these interviews that you've done last year, and you say, I got kicked out of the left.
I did.
15 years ago. Well, bullshit. That's bullshit. You got kicked out of the left. We've had on Senator Warren this year. We had on Ta-Nehisi Coates. We have on you.
Yeah.
There's no kicking out of left. You're here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. I would like to retract my statement. You're absolutely right, and I haven't been paying attention to my life for the last 20 years.
As though this show, Talk Easy, is representative of the entire American left wing. Now, pushback in an interview can be great. It allows for the interviewee to either explain themselves or gives them just enough rope to hang themselves. But personally, I would ask why he felt kicked out from the left, rather than just saying, that's bullshit and it didn't happen. But anyway, this is where the wheels start coming off the interview.
I didn't want to talk about politics with Bill Maher. I wanted to talk about whatever I was flogging that day.
But it's in this book.
Okay.
I mean, this is your other new book. I mean, I want to be fair. I assume since you wrote this book, it just came out, it is something you want to talk about. Is it not?
I suppose so.
David, I'm not trying to ask you to do something you don't want to do.
So ask what you want.
Okay.
This was a missed opportunity for Mamet to say, okay, enough about the politics, let's talk about movies. Instead, he prompts the host to ask what he wants to ask, and he wants to talk about Trump, and at length.
When you talk about therapy being this act of like resuscitating grievances, who resuscitates grievance more about the 2020 election than Donald Trump? It is an ongoing, endless resuscitation of Hillary Clinton's emails, Hunter Biden's laptop, the 2020 election. It never ends.
Well, here's the thing.
Am I wrong on this? Tell me if you think if this is...
No, if that's your opinion. Here's the thing, that one of the Democrat tricks is we have to move forward, right? But
I'm not trying to move forward. I'm trying to actually understand how you got to where you got. You know, if I was wanting to move forward, I would not focus on...
No, I'm talking about the Democrats saying we shouldn't talk about Hillary Clinton.
I think we should. That's fine. We have talked about it.
Yes, but it hasn't been settled.
This doesn't feel like an interview because the host doesn't seem to want world-class writer David Mamet's opinion on the matter of politics. He wants to be right. And if Mamet was brought there on the understanding that this was a debate, then fair enough. But the video isn't presented to its audience as such.
Can I ask you Because I do want to wind our way back to talking about the work.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think that's true?
Well, go ahead.
Well, why are you saying it like that?
Why not? Go ahead.
David, no one gives this much amount of time and care to someone's work if they didn't give a shit. So
No, I know
you're
it.
saying that in a way that's a little facetious. It's fine. Can I just ask you, just Chicagoan to Chicagoan,
Yeah.
how are you able to offer such a generous reading to what happened on January 6th?
Yeah, talking about the work, yeah?
Let's stop for a second and take an overview. Why you have me here today?
I am here to talk about all matters of things.
Right. But it seems to me that what we're talking about here is a little bit more toward an inquisition rather than a dialogue.
Oh, no, I'm curious. I want to know. Well, I don't want it to make you feel like it's inquisition. No, I'm genuinely curious how you seem to be open and open-hearted about what happened on January 6th, but seem to have...
I didn't say I was open-hearted.
They start making a lot of assumptions about each other. Then, almost out of nowhere, this statement comes.
I'm a Jew, right? The river to the sea means kill all the Jews. Support the Intifada means kill all the Jews. People in hijabs and people in kafiyas standing on tables and screaming at Jewish children, storming into classrooms and breaking windows means kill all the Jews. For you to say, on the other hand, there may be some people out there that were involved in peaceful protest, is a loathsome piece of anti-Semitism. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Thank you for talking to me.
And with that, David Mamet leaves. Now, they were talking about protests and riots earlier on in the conversation, the host stating that there are bad eggs in every protest, and Mamet feeling that those protests happening on American campuses were mostly bad eggs. These two clearly draw the line between protest and riot in a different place. But are they just talking past each other? Because to me it feels like something has been dropped from this conversation. I'm not sure where or when, but there are several points that even my deaf ears can pick up shifts in the audio.
You're misusing the audience. So there's two things wrong with that. One is it's cheating. There's three things. And the other one is it's immoral. And the third thing is you're going to lose your audience.
Trying to affect change by writing plays.
Did you spot that?
And the third thing is you're going to lose your audience.
Trying to affect change.
The line, trying to affect change, starts before the host even opens his mouth.
Trying to affect change. Trying to affect change. Trying to affect change. Trying to affect change.
Even his arms are in different positions. In the wide shot, his arms are crossed, cut to a closer shot, and his left arm is gesturing. This is a jump edit.
Trying to affect change.
Now, I have no idea what they've taken out. It could have been a long pause or a coughing fit. Or maybe, just maybe, it could have been something bigger. All I know is they have taken something out. But here's another one.
Of course they should. I got another question for you. Who funded the riot stroke protests?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean...
I don't know either, but somebody did. To do what?
Again, another jump edit. In the two shot, Sam's left hand is on his face, and it is not in the close-up.
The riot stroke protests.
Gosh.
The riot stroke protests.
Gosh.
The riot stroke protests.
Gosh.
Now, I'm not going to pretend that I've never edited an interview. Most interviews are edited in some way, normally to remove the boring bits. That includes the interviews on my own channel. The problem comes when something has been edited out of context. And I can't tell you for definite that that's been done here, but there are signs. So I'm not 100% sure what the point I'm trying to make is. Other than this is a really weird interview that bounces around in subject matter as well as tone. I don't want to defend anyone's political opinions other than my own, so I won't. But I have a feeling that that which lies on the cutting room floor of this interview might be essential to understanding this interaction fully. But then again, I've been wrong before. I urge you to watch the interview in full on Talk Easy's channel. I'll put a link below. And if you think I've mischaracterised the conversation, please let me know. I'm Scott Kingsnorth, and I'm making a movie.